For the last few years, it might have seemed like all the other signs got the attention, and you were left in the background, Pisces. Even if you don't have a cluster of planets hanging out in Pisces or planets squaring each other and changing the world's structures, you still do have Jupiter. Every astrologer has been wanting for your Signs ruler to ingress into your first house. You will soon notice why that's such an exciting year for you. Just know that 2022 is the year of Pisces. Jupiter transiting your first house means it's here to anoint the very core of your existence with some good luck. Even the world around you seems to be breaking down, you will be standing strong this year. That will be most noticeable during January when Venus will be transiting through your 11th house in retrograde. This is the place of friends and alliances, so don't be surprised if it becomes temporarily harder to connect or relate to friends. Mostly since they are likely the ones to be going through some emotions at the time. This can be rough since you probably have only just started getting the whole friendship figured out again, but don't worry. This transit doesn't even last the entire month. Besides, you'll probably be too focused on yourself to get involved in tangled social ties. In March, we have a Mars and Uranus square between your 12th and 3rd house. This transit can be one that brings some anxiety. Still, this will merely be a call for you to get real with yourself and work on purging the ghosts of the past. This can be an emotional time to get through. But, ultimately, it will be one of the moments of this year that really push you to be healthier so you can assert your needs. This will be the time to claim the world and your power to conquer it back. There's a push to get your name out there and be seen. But that won't happen until you let go of what's been holding you down. Moving along, when we get to April, is when things get interesting. Venus will join Jupiter and go conjunct on her degree of exaltation. This is a once-in-a-lifetime event that gives you a shower of blessings. April will be the month when the universe gives you the last push that you need to be inspired again. This is happening in Pisces, your first house after all. Don't be surprised if things just start to work out for you out of nowhere, and opportunities are plenty. With so much luck, though, you run the risk of your ego becoming inflated, so be humble and grateful. However, definitely set your intentions from day one of 2022. There's a real possibility of it being manifest by the day of this transit. After Jupiter leaves your first house with a bang, he will ingress into your second house of resources and finances in May. This transit lasts all the way into early 2023, so this will give you the time to really get some cash piling up. If you have Jupiter in your 8th house, this could get a little out of hand, and there's a chance to abuse that luck with overspending. Still, the possibility for real gain is there. With that in mind, be wise with it and take this opportunity to use those resources to multiply them. This will be a year for business moves, not foolishness. In August, we do have a pileup of planets happening in your 3rd house. Mars, Uranus, and the north node of the moon will be conjunct for a few days this month. An urge to talk might come up, so be careful not to run your mouth, Pisces. This is still not an area of the chart that is super active. Nevertheless, if any of you are engaged in the media production realm or are teachers, things could get a little hectic. The keyword for this transit is rushed. It will almost feel as though the world is spinning twice faster than usual. If some of you have been dealing with some hardships with one of your siblings for the past few years, there's a chance that some of those difficulties could escalate temporarily this month. Patience will be your best ally. After a very active month, the next biggest transit of the year will be the Saturn and Uranus square happening between your 3rd and 11th house. This is mainly a reprise of what happened in 2021. A lot of the year's most troublesome moments were due to this planetary configuration, so the comeback is here to get to some unfinished business. If 2021 has been a challenging year for friends or even social media, some of that old drama could taint some of October. Still, as mentioned, this is the last Saturn and Uranus square we'll have in ages. So, don't worry, Pisces. It won't last for very long. After all of the nonsense from fall, things get really quiet in the heavens. The only major transit of the year's end is the Jupiter retrograde that sends the benefit back into your first house. If you remember the beginning of this report, you'll know that this will likely be the time for some good personal progress. However, since this is retrograde, much of that development will be internal. Although, with a year as busy and full of blessings as 2022, taking a step back is more than necessary. You're just about to get out of a significant phase of great stress in your life, and it's essential to take the time to be grateful as you go into the new year. 2023 looks like a year packed with things we've never seen before, mainly of the right kind. Still, before we get to that pot of gold, we have to get through the grind of 2022, especially the latter half. However, like Jupiter, the ruler of your sign is the king of blessings. This year you won't have a shortage of much-needed support. Shine on, Pisces, you deserve.
Thank you so much for watching. Please give us a thumb up if you liked the video. Subscribe our YouTube channel not to miss the next video horoscope. Visit our website, go to horoscope.com, where you can find actual horoscope for today. Download our apps from Google Play and App Store to have your daily horoscope always on hand.